Will you tilt it back this way a little bit?
What?
Tilt it this way. Tilt
it. This?
No, the laptop, so I can read it. Rock on.
Okay, I have to see. Wait a minute.
You have to see what?
There. Okay. I got told that maybe, possibly, possibly it was Jackie with zooming in and out.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was it having issues?
Yeah, it was. It looks like it was. Oh,
I didn't know.
Okay, so we're live here. Have we found it here?
With pink eye. Well, at least pink eye. I mean, yeah, your eye crossed over. It's not pretty and it's very contagious.
Oh, there we are. There we are. Whoop, whoop.
I don't know if mine was contagious. If not,
I've got the HIV.
He's been sick all last week, so I'm like going, we haven't kissed for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Are you just having a day-to-day or what? Hey, there you are.
I was there once before. There we are.
I know you were. Were you there once before?
Okay, I need to see one last thing.
I just need to get rid of the tonsillitis. That's not fun.
I don't know what episode we're on.
I don't know.
I didn't update my board yet.
Apparently. 255.
Okay, 255. Okay. Hope my phone didn't ring because I didn't shut it off.
Oh, I got the best ideas for shirts today. Ooh.
You good? You on? Tits out?
It shows a midsection. And I can't puff it out.
You're sitting next to me and I've got the biggest, my tits are bigger than yours on this phone.
Get closer to the table. How's that?
All right. All right. Should we do a show? Like we know what the fuck we're doing? Which I would rule that out because we have no fucking idea.
I thought you had this all planned out.
No, not in fucking ways. Fire it all. Let the shit storm begin.
You ready?
Yes. Hey, you crazy motherfuckers. Welcome back to another edition of Crazy Truth. I'm your host with the most. I'm Cole. I'm here with the lovely tits out tonsillitis girl, Miss Amanda.
Hey.
And we're here to titillate, and possibly, if you do play your card right, maybe you'll catch, a cold from us. I don't know. Anyways, probably not. You never know. Who knows what you get? It's always something.
That's wrong.
See if you're paying attention. She is. For those of you following along at home, this is season 6, episode 255. We'll go ahead and let you get the yawn out so that there's more air for the rest of us here. Look at my hair one.
I was trying to be non-discreet about it.
For those of you just tuning in, hey, cool things arising. You can listen to us right now. We're live on our secret Facebook channel, Kasbh. Shh, don't tell the others. And we're also live on our YouTube channel right now as we speak, so you can always catch us and watch that replay. And coming soon, in the next couple weeks, we're going to start going live on Full Swap Radio. So you're going to catch our show. I'm probably going to try to do some other side note things. Might be listening because I might start running a little bit of an afternoon show myself just for shits and giggles to do some practicing because we got some big fucking news for Full Swap Radio. Some big things coming this summer that are actually like really big, and so I'm excited. So we want to get everybody jazzed and pumped about that. We got all kinds of jazz and pumped things to do. So real quick shout out from our sponsors before we get too far along in our little adventure we call a show. ASN Lifestyle Magazine, that's right. If you want to know what's going on in the adult world as well as in the lifestyle world, you're going to want to tune into asnlifestylemagazine.com. Make it a habit to read it each and every month. 3 million readers can't be wrong. And don't forget, between now and June 30th, we need your help. You can go to asnlifestylemagazineawards.com and vote for us, not once a day, but twice a day. You can vote for us for Best Retail Shop, Full Swap Shop, Best Supporting Business, Full Swap Radio, and Best Trade Shows, Convention, Expo, Krazy, Winter Nights. We need your help. Now, look, a lot of the podcasters and other people are up for these awards, and they are just beating the fuck out of begging people for votes. So you guys are cooler because you're part of our happy little family, the clan, the group that we call together, the homestead, We bond. So we need your vote. Help
And
us
in
out.
some categories, if you just don't like leaving them blank and you want somebody to pick, let
Yep.
us know. We'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But we
Our
need your help.
favorite.
If nothing else, I got to tell you what, Full Swap Radio, we really want your votes for Full Swap Radio. And also Krazy Winter Nights. It's a big deal. We are the only two-time award winner, ASN two-time award winner.
But we have 4.
For Best Trade Show Convention or Expo. We're the only two-time winner, and we've knocked out all the biggest players. So out of 3 years, we won it twice. We want to get back to the winning ways there, so we need your help with that. Also, nightcaps.com. Don't forget, don't leave the safety of someone you love or yourself at a bar up to anybody but you. Get the Drink Spike Prevention Scrunchie today. You can get them at nightcaps.com, or you can get them on our website, Full Swap Shop, with our cool logo on those. Reusable, safe. You know what? They just busted another person for habitually raping people with the date rape drug in New York. They showed out how fast they could put it in. It was amazing. So don't let that happen to you. Get your nightcaps.com today. And finally, everybody loves to fuck. Sure do. I do. I did this week. You did this week. We fucked a lot. Anyways, we all love to fuck. And you know what? No one likes to sleep in a wet spot. So eliminate the wet spot. Don't eliminate it, but just clean it up quick and easy with a no more wet spot blanket. Don't forget to put Full Swap in the promo code to get your 10% discount. It's machine washable, machine dryable, doesn't crinkle like a noisy sack when you're fucking on it, and it's specifically designed for bodily fluids. Check it out today. Get your no more wet spot blanket today. So there you go. Whew! All kinds of shit shining over, going nuts. Crazy, I tell you. So, we got all kinds of shit to talk about today.
What the hell did you do that for?
I don't know, just make noise. It sounds more dramatic until I get sound machines and stuff. So we go.
We do have a sound machine.
I know, but we gotta get more of those. I gotta turn all that shit on. It's all in the plans.
It take work to use it.
Well, the thing is, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to grow. Damn it, personal growth. But we need the sound machines because we got all kinds of cool shit to talk about. We're gonna talk about today. Actually, we're gonna talk about your little adventure. And the new adventure and how it's really moving forward for one, because I think it's very fucking cool. And I think people want to know. Exciting minds want to know. Exciting penises want to know too. Just saying. As well as the cool stuff that's going on here. So don't forget, now there's something very cool coming out. If you're listening to this, you're going to want to get in on this because, you know, we have a lot of merch. We love merch.
Okay.
But there's a whole new line of Daddy Issue merch coming out. So I've been working with some of my collaborators, other old men like myself, and we have come up with quite a few things. So we are going to be doing some Daddy Issue shirts and stuff and apparel in the very near future.
Surprise. So, I don't have daddy issues. I always went for the younger guys.
Well, see, maybe you have mommy issues. Just saying. I don't know. Look, you were a cradle robber. All I know is...
Not a cradle robber.
Kind of. All I know is that over the last several people that I have hooked up with, at least 2 of them are older than our children. And not fucking by much. So, you know, it pays to have been a dad that was involved, so you're hip, young now and in on the current thing the kids are talking about nowadays. Just saying. You don't feel so outdated. What's that there? Switch on the wall. Well, Paul, that's electricity. Click, 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 click. We're moving up in the world to say it. I'm in the mood for a circus. Anyways, all right. So
you are a circus.
So we want to talk about. We want to.
You're like the ringleader of the fucking circus.
You know what? I just don't realize where my top at.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Okay.
You know what?
What?
I think I'm figuring out my next outfit for my. I think I'm gonna need to wear my top hat for other less formal occasions. Anywho, just saying, because you know it is what it is. So yeah, that's not why my knee hurts, but it could be because I'm older and I have more work than it used to be when I was a younger man.
So today, because my knee, I'm at work, of course. My knee hurts. I don't know what I did to it. And I'm like, could it be that younger girl? No, this happened today. Okay.
Nope.
Sure didn't. Can't keep up with
Now,
her old daddy age.
now my sore arms and tennis elbow, totally different ballgame. Just saying, it is what it is. What it is. So yeah, just the thing is
It's
that
the greatest show.
the thing is that I have a calming, trusting. This is what's awesome. When you're a young man with long hair and painted nails, you actually just know what that does not denote calm and trusting. Been there, lived it. That was never something that you people used to describe me when I was in my 20s and in college with long hair and painting my nails. Now that I'm in my 50s, you sprinkle a little bit of gray in this motherfucker, and now you're a kindly, trustable gentleman.
Whatever.
And I think that is just a one. Don't say whatever. That is what I'm just relaying the information that's been told to me. That's it. My thing was this: our daddy issues real. Yes. I don't think. Although what I'm learning, it's not so much daddy issues. It's the reality factor that when we're young, we don't really know how to fuck. I mean, we do ish, but if you're someone who has predominantly dated older guys, and then you get somebody younger that's just like, here's my penis, no, then it's disappointing.
Well, okay. Think back this many years ago.
Okay, well, welcome to the time machine.
31.
Cool.
Okay. We met as a one night stand, right?
We did.
Did you just want to get your dick wet, or were you more concerned about me getting off?
I just wanted to rail you 6 ways to Tuesday. Remember,
so you wanted to get off. You were about you.
No, yes, I was, but this is the Leo in me coming out hardcore. I also wanted to go, whoa, and you. That was the greatest fuck ever. There was an ego thing with it, so it wasn't just like. Look, I had friends who were like, I just want to like, I came. That's all that matters. Yeah, but I want to come and I want her to tell all of her friends that I'm a fucking machine. That's what I wanted, even back then. So the ego was totally engaged.
But you forget a lot of those younger girls, or back then, the late teens, early 20s, didn't care about telling their friends, because if it's that great, they'll keep you.
Oh, right.
Or try to.
But remember that I have a history of my friends when we go to college parties, right? My friends would look for this. They'd go find these super hot girls, the sorority girls, right? And they would work their ass off to try to get laid. I, on the other hand, believe the simple philosophy: if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a fucking duck. So here's the deal: you get a chick that's got fuck me boots to her thighs, a skirt that stops right below those fuck me boots. You know what? And her tits hanging out. Back then, think this through. That girl probably is gonna fuck. She's down to fuck. She's looking for the exact thing.
That was a totally different.
But my friends were a lot of my friends were like, "Ooh, that's kind of a dirty girl." Well, fuck yeah. And dirty girls like to fucking do dirty things.
But back then girls were slut shamed. Bad.
Right, exactly. So the ones that
the
ones that were willing to power through that, were willing to do the walk of shame before they got fucked. You know what those girls did? Fuck. And they would fucking hop on you and ride you like a fucking pony in the circus, man.
How does he get off on these tangents?
I'm
I just
telling
asked
you.
if it was about you or not you.
No, so it wasn't
So
because
I was talking about younger guys versus older guys.
It ties in because when you fuck girls like that, they already didn't care. And they would tell their friends, yeah, I picked up that dude. Remember that one dude? Yeah, he was fucking lame. I never want to make a girl say he's fucking lame. So the thing is that I went to tell him. So when it came to you, you were not a dirty girl, but I was coming off a bender and you were horny and I was horny and it worked out. But I still wanted to make sure, like, wowed you. This way, when I came back the next day, you were like, hey, versus like, great to know you. Here we are. I've always, so I didn't care what you coming, but I cared about.
Morning, technically.
Well, I know. I cared about the Leo in me, the ego in me, wanted fucking the rock star status thing, and it's served well. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we got people saying okay.
Yeah,
people saying
you're talking about it's hard to believe you have an ego. That's what
Oh,
most of
fuck
it is.
yeah, I don't have an ego. Hardly at all.
Whatever.
I'm a Leo through and through,
I know.
and it's I I do what I do. So now that I'm older,
And Shannon said it brings back thoughts of the song "I Like Them" on the trashy side.
fuck yeah. Look, I can remember you.
I was not that
no
at all.
You no,
I
you weren't.
fucked, obviously.
Yes, you did, like a fucking boss.
But I did not dress that
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
I didn't have the confidence to
you
dress that
you
way.
were the complete exact opposite, 110% of everything I went after in a girl. You had the alternative girl, shaved hair, cool, but it was short hair. You were into all the fucking erasure, all that shit. You were wearing like the go dancing pants and shit, whatever. You were not. You didn't look like a dirty girl at all. You didn't look like whore. You didn't have long, dirty blonde hair, which is the thing with me too for some reason. You didn't have any. You were the exact 180 opposite. If I was gonna
You like the long legs, the long blonde hair.
huh?
Yeah, I'm 5 foot nothing. What the fuck?
Black.
Was it my dancing?
It was your dancing, because I figured out very quickly the way you move was hypnotic, because and then since
So I think I was wearing like black pants and a black turtleneck.
But they were the like MC Hammery.
They weren't. They weren't quite that.
No,
they were
but
baggy.
they were baggier. But
this was the freaking 90s for Christ's
and
sake.
you didn't dance like anybody else.
No, I don't.
And I quickly learned you fuck the way you dance, which is fluid as fuck. So it all worked out. But yes, it was just I can't help it. You just took advantage of me. I was fucking corporate
take
man.
advantage of shit.
Awesome. Anywho, so it's a little more challenging now that I get older. So it's been ironic. I think that would be with the proper use. I believe it's ironic how many recently younger gals have been interested.
Your daddy is
Must be. Would have got the Santa suit years ago. Just saying.
Oh shit.
All right, but we're not here to talk about Cole's fucking
adventures.
that
was more to talk about more experience. Is pretty much where I was going to go with that, but it kind of went on its own little.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna what? Experience what? Oh, the experience of older guys.
Why women would want an older man? Because older man. That make you feel old.
No, it doesn't bother me at least anymore. Yeah. What about now? Because you always fucked younger before. What about now?
But not that much younger.
Not half the age. That's such a fucking awesome thing. I'm telling you what. Not even gonna lie. When the number starts, your number starts with 5 and theirs starts with 2 or 3. Yeah.
I did that this weekend.
Yeah, well, that's what we want to talk about. That's way more what we want to talk about.
What?
Because that's what a lot of I don't know, no reason. Because a lot of people, a lot of our listeners, every day there are people starting OnlyFans. I'm younger. There are people starting OnlyFans pages. There's a lot of people that are transitioning, whether they know it or not, are transitioning or partially have a foot into the adult world. Right, and so we're going to talk about that because obviously that's something that we're doing. So
okay.
The thing is that, and yes, okay, so let's specify now. Get out your handy dandy fucking indexes here. There's a difference between the swinger world and the adult world.
Yeah, very much
when we talk about the adult alternative lifestyle, you're talking about ethical non-monogamy. You're talking about swingers. You're talking about kink. You're talking about BDSM, cuckolding, all that shit, right? When we talk about the adult world, we are talking about literally the porn world. We're talking about adult porn, sex workers. I mean, I think it's funny. First thing is that you don't hear swingers that talk about they have an OnlyFans account, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear them say the words sex worker. Because for a lot of people, it's not so much anymore. There's a lot of people that have this negative connotation of that. But so let's start by laying the groundwork. The understanding is if you're doing OnlyFans or Loyal Fans or one of the other platforms like that, if you're producing content, right? Whether that be content, solo content, whether it be videos, whether that be pictures, right? Or with people or whatever, that you are a form of a sex worker. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that is, I'm holding with an ARB card. I've got one of those. That is, but that's what you are. That's a different, a lot of the adult actors and actresses are swingers also, but there's a separation between
the two.
Mm-hmm. So the first thing I guess we throw out to anybody doing or thinking about doing the OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, whatever, there's a degree of proceed with caution, because this is a whole different can of worms. Can be that you open up. So why don't you tell about your experience, how it came about, whatever, this weekend?
This week. What? Is this like Amanda questionnaire or what?
No, but
what the fuck am I putting on?
No. But you can talk about how the interaction started, whatever, to kind of give a groundwork
of just this weekend's experience.
Right. To begin with. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I didn't.
I don't even really know how it got brought up. He was a little eager.
No. I'm talking about initially. Where did he come from?
Well, he's on Twitter and OnlyFans. I don't know what you want for an answer.
Here's how this goes. I say, tell how you met him, where this fucking started from. You tell the story as if you were going to tell somebody.
Well, but you expect me to have a photographic memory. I don't.
No, just hit the fucking highlights.
Hit the highlights.
Okay, somehow here, I'll remember the story. So he is a fan of yours. He is a fan of yours.
I don't know.
OnlyFans and
Twitter. I try to figure it out. I can't. I don't have a little way into that.
I'm just following with me.
No, because I don't.
Suck it out. No.
I don't remember details.
Okay.
I don't remember who initiated it.
Stop. Pause. I do. This is obvious.
Okay.
You have a Twitter account.
Duh.
For those of you that are following, this is brand new. What the fuck is
Just hit close.
You have a Twitter account.
Duh.
And you have an OnlyFans account. And a Loyal Fan account. And why is it fucking doing that?
You know what?
And a Loyal Fans account. Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you have both of those things, or all three of those things. The gentleman is a fucking, this computer. He follows you on Twitter. Right. And he also is one of your OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So a lot of times you interact with your Twitter followers and your OnlyFans, not just through pictures, whatever, but like you'll message back and forth and whatever at times.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So who knows? It doesn't matter if he might have, and probably, I'm going to guess if I remember correctly, he probably sent you something like a picture you put on or something, you started chatting because he's from some island where we are.
I had to do Twitter because it was like, well, I'm on your OnlyFans, and I thought you always shit content.
Right.
And then you go to that, you did the rest.
Right, exactly. So
you can see yourself there.
Yes, sir. So these folks don't know the fucking story, it's your story. So the thing is that we stayed in going that we're going to be going over and
Well, we wanted to meet last weekend, it didn't work out last weekend. And then somebody used us to meet this weekend. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go this far. Come on out.
Right. So the thing is again, as the timeline this goes along, to give you the opportunity to get a chance to go ahead and meet both, so that, again, if something is crossover, it's like the safety factor. You got me and another place, you got to meet you, I got to meet him, you got to do us, and whatever. The same was to get a very, just a very real of who we are, which is a pretty good question. What would you say? was fun. Did you have any time driving that?
That was a blast.
Did you have any time driving that? I'll keep asking the question over the answer is what actually happened. And then did you have fun? Right.
For like 3 months.
Okay. Yeah, it was
I remember most of it. Most spots that were kind of iffy.
when shows not comfortable, you weren't very good. Yeah, I really watched the version where you was talking. What was your first initial impression when you got him?
He was shy.
Yeah, he was shy. And this is totally different.
That doesn't surprise me. You're going into a group of people that you don't know.
Right. And he didn't know that we were having a cruise there. So he really wasn't, like, he didn't think he was going to be either on one of his us. He knew that it was, the whole group. And it was just first one. Yeah, because he was there. He was pretty sure it was there. And then he said, well, that's good for
It was like some message saying, so I'm over here. And my husband looks like this. He's next to me. Yeah, I see. I see him on there. Like,
but great guy. Yeah. Had a lot of great guy like that. So fast forward, we're going to set up to meet on Saturday. The Saturday evening. So and everybody was all on board. Everybody was there. And the challenge is that you go through this, you see a very big thing. Obviously, we're still learning a lot on the outside ourselves. But it's a big thing to do where it's taking interaction. Yeah. Right? So, Saturday, we got through the whole yards and the whole event took place. Right? So overall, experience. Yay, what did you think?
it was fun.
It was
fun.
Super nice.
It was super nervous, which understandable. So if you follow somebody on a couple of platforms and you see them all the time, of course you get nervous.
And in all honesty, and we're going to move back to this more, there's a whole lot of things that we talked about that we would probably do a little bit different to make things more relaxed. Comfortable. We can think about it. I mean, honestly, this is, and the reason we're talking about this is the kind of stuff that if people are doing this, it sounds like it would be easy. But it's kind of nerve-wracking for everybody because we don't, unless you're a reality star, you're used to functioning with camera running all the time. It's not, like, it's just kind of unusual. Yeah. And there's a degree of, I don't know, there's a degree of not sterile to it, but it's not something that's just like, hey, we're all directly over from the bar and just like roll into the activity. Yeah. Type thing.
It has sound in the background going off.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah, we did. Those are all things that we do. But overall, it was good. And I don't know, we couple hours. So it was a good time and whatever. So that obviously we were wrong whatever. So it was. But so the interesting part, I thought, was talking to him, kind of getting his feel of the experience afterwards, a little bit, because he even said it was unique, it was different, it was fun, but it was different, and at the end of it, there's just like it's a totally different vibe than at the end of a swinger hookup, because I mean, you know, you have forms to sign, and I mean seriously, you have forms to sign, you have all the stuff that you have to do, and so there's just a different feeling, a different vibe to the whole thing. And I don't know what did I mean. What did you think of that? I mean, did you feel any different at the end of that, because that was like a work thing? It was like at that point in time it was sex, but it was with a purpose. Did you feel any different, or have you felt any different since the week since that's happened than you would have after like a swinger thing, after like a swinger hookup?
Well, yeah, because swinger hookups are completely different. I don't know how to explain it. You don't have the euphoric high through the week of remembering different things of a hookup
Okay.
that kept you turned on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right. I get it. That makes sense.
But you didn't have that with that. It was like, okay, one done. Okay, bye.
But leading up to it, you'd mentioned when we were headed over to the hotel that you were pretty jazzed. You were pretty.
I was pretty excited.
You were pretty. I mean, you had the pre like excitement of a hookup, which would be more similar to a swinger event. But afterwards, did the experience itself, did it feel natural to you, or did it feel like structure? Because we had one camera going, we had one camera on a tripod going, and then I had a camera, and I was roving quietly on the outside of the bed. I mean,
well, we've been camming for years,
right?
And camming is all about putting on a show,
right.
So to me, it wasn't a whole lot different than that, where a swinger swap is more just laid back, though.
Okay. So because I'm gonna throw this one out here. This one of the things that happened. So while we were starting to tape, the tapes were running, and the pillows, the bed had four pillows, 2 on each side, and they were right in the way shot. And as you guys were like fucking, you were like sliding. The pillows were like overtaking your head, and so while they're and when we do the tapes, I don't know if we'll edit that out or not. We may leave that.
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
You see my hand reach in and yank the pillows off the bed because like those were not out of the way ahead of time. And then at one point in time, as I'm kind of moving around the other side of the bed, you see me grabbing pillows off the other side, off to the bed. So it's like, we didn't do much. I don't think we did on tape. So it's amazing how much angles play into it. When you're doing a swinger thing, you just you don't have to think about placement and stuff.
I think some of it goes a little too far on some of the porn part, because if you're doing it yourself, it's amateur porn.
Right.
It is, because none of us are trained professionals in film and technology,
right,
and all that goes with production. None of us are.
Right.
So really, we're just setting up cameras and letting them go, and we'll just piece them together later.
Right. But if you don't move things around the right way, you're gonna have an hour of just.
And then Shannon's like, exactly where cameras are, where the lighting is right. I don't pay attention to that.
We were lucky enough because the room, it was early enough. The room was super bright. But there was one time like, okay, it's weird when you fuck in a hotel bed in a swinger situation. It doesn't matter which way you're on the bed.
Well, no.
But in this situation, it does.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're only going to get a side angle the entire time. So like when you guys were going to switch position, I'm like,
come this way.
Come this way, so that we can see, because a lot of people want to see your face, your reaction, your all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was appropriate for me to crawl up on the bed and stand hovered over you. Hey, there's my cowboy boots. Yeah. Type thing. So.
And I'm pretty sure I have to be kind of boring to watch, or especially. Okay, so when I watch porn to get off, I turn the volume way down because I don't want anybody else to hear that I'm watching porn. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So then I don't make any noise. So I have to be like, everybody's wondering if the volume's on.
But no.
I mean, I try to make some. I know you have to be more vocal about it, but
you make some noise.
No, I don't do all that.
No, but I don't honestly believe a lot of people.
Fuck me. I don't do all that. That's just not in my nature.
But it sure is fun. A lot of people.
I'll practice that with you.
A lot of the people do like the sound of.
It's all in her happy feet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
At least you had your pants all out this time. So but I mean, you have the sound, and there's a degree of that. People like that too. So I mean, people get it. The sounds of slurping. I'm gonna put on an album of that instead of sounds of slurping.
Slurping. Am I that noisy?
It can be. The thing is no.
I should have been moaning when I was sucking dick or something.
No, because it's always good when you suck dick, when you do certain things, to be able to hear their reaction.
True.
Because I know what you're doing based upon what they say. I knew exactly when you did your tongue thing, when he goes, "Oh fuck," I knew exactly. I'm like, she just licked his balls with his dick all the way in her mouth. Yep, sure did. I don't have to see it to know that. I'm just like, yeah, that's all. That's the way that goes. So there's
macaroni in a pot.
There's super cool parts of that. You know, I think that you had an interesting point that you said earlier about the nerve factor, because you talked about when he first started touching you, first started to make out, how nervous he was.
Yeah.
That's not, understand, that is 100% natural. We have dealt with that in the swinger world.
Yeah.
Everybody deals with it. There's been certain girls through the years in the swinger world that I was so enamored with that, like, yeah, you couldn't take, popsicle sticks to my dick that wouldn't say that to fuck her, because I was so enamored.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was that jazzed up with that and still did a great job, that speaks volumes. Mm-hmm. It really does. But that's one of the other things that I think that people don't understand when you go to do this. It's one thing to do a sex thing and videotape it in a swinger thing, spontaneous. That's one thing. Everybody's in the mood, but it is a different ball game when it is a planned, scheduled thing out, mm-hmm. And especially when there's a big wave of doing fans, which automatically ups the odds for shit to be fucked up. Mm-hmm. I mean that's.
A lot of hiccups along the way, but
no,
it is what it is, and that's part of life.
It's a cool experience.
You live and learn.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. Full Swap Radio. You know what? If you want to hear all the greatest shows in the ethical non-monogamy world as well as the adult world, check out fullswapradio.com today. There's an app for that, FS Radio, both for Android or Apple. Sign up today, listen today, have fun today. Whether it's erotica, education, or some point in between, we've got the show for you. FullSwapRadio.
Or Vanilla Sundays.
That's right, we have Vanilla Sundays also. We actually have 3 new shows getting ready to come on too, which is awesome. Okay, so we're back. I started putting mid-rolls in. I was told. So, mid-rolls. Whoop, whoop. It is what it is. Okay, so let's talk about things that we totally should have done different. I mean, 100%. Well, actually, first we do that. Let me answer this question. In hindsight, okay, total hypothetical, totally just your opinion. There's no right answer or wrong answer, excuse me. There's always a right answer, whatever your answer is right. Would you have rather that Friday night, just in the moment of everything going on, should we have went and hooked up? Even not to film, just to hook up, just because it's in the moment, and then Saturday film again for the actual fucking a fan, having, a fan getting fuck you content.
No. What I think probably it should have happened was Friday night when everybody was feeling good and everybody was excited, should have gone straight to a hotel or somewhere and had like a light along, mm-hmm. and set stuff up or nonchalantly recorded. I mean, with his permission signed
right. Oh,
beforehand anyway.
Right.
But to where it's not as nerve-wracking.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, if somebody just agrees to do it, they really don't know what they're in for. They just think they're fucking. And then it's just like, oh, there's cameras and we have to do what?
There's a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah. There's another person in the room. Wait, what?
And full disclosure on our end, all that was disclosed. It's not like there was no surprises, but it's still a thing of we're humans.
He'd been more I think he would have been more relaxed. Granted, he had some drinks in him too, but
do you think? Well, but it was no one was train wrecked trying to find this thing. Do you think that you would have been more relaxed? Were you at all? I know you weren't nervous, and I'm kind of answering the question, but you tell them. But I mean, were you nervous? Was it? I mean, because you're not. I mean, yeah, you planned, hey, I'm gonna go hook up, whatever, but there wasn't anything like for you that was like made it extra stressful to wait till the next day to hook up and hey, this is planned time. Was there?
No, I wasn't nervous at all.
Okay. Right. So,
but anymore, even hooking up with somebody, I'm not nervous.
And that's one of the things I think a lot of people are new and they're new in the lifestyle and they're getting OnlyFans and doing some of that, which can add a different layer of stress.
That very well could.
I mean, we have 12 years in this, so there's a whole different ball
That's
game.
more excitement versus stress.
Right. Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit because I agree. I think Friday night, everybody, that wasn't the original plan, but we should have adapted the plan because everybody no one was so drunk that it was like inappropriate drunk, but everybody was just relaxed. And we could have left 2 hours earlier whenever it was still just relaxed and went and whatever. So things that we should have done different. We could do it back again the next time.
The next time I hope. Oh, you mean somebody new?
Somebody, right?
I'm like,
right.
Next time you should be relaxed, then.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But the next time, in terms of the next time we have it set up, it's one thing because, like in July when we go to Exotica and you have stuff scheduled, the stuff that's scheduled for Exotica, you are without a doubt way the newbie, and they're gonna these people are gonna absolutely walk you through every part of it, right? Your agent's going to help, so everything will be predetermined ahead of time. With your agent will walk you through that and with them and how that all works. And then they know that you're new and they will basically just direct you through the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Like I'm allowed, I can be there, whatever, they don't care, but I won't actually be trying to film or do anything, type thing unless I want to. So it's just a different environment.
I might want to just for.
I think it'll be cool as hell. I want to experience
shits and giggles and to be able to post it.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool as hell. But we won't have to really think.
No.
I mean, but what I'm talking is, what are things that you would do differently the next time when we're trying to do things ourselves, when we do have to be the ones that kind of lead. What are some things from this weekend experience that you think you would do that we should do differently?
Have a shot first? No.
Well, no, you're right. We don't even think we had water.
No, we did have water because the general manager knows us.
She gave us water.
She goes, wait. Here's 4 bottles of water. Right. We're like,
okay. He did a great job because we really fucked up on how sterile it felt. In hindsight, when we were talking about when we headed out to the bar afterwards, how we had no music playing. I mean, it was a hotel room, a nice hotel room. It's not like it's Facebook where you can have music going in the background. Something it was just quiet. We would
have brought the one camera closer.
We would have talked about it ahead of time. I should have, when we had some time when we got there first, to look in bed and go, hey, if you fuck this way, make sure you
turn this way.
Yeah. Taking the fucking pillows off ahead of time.
You would think that would be a big deal. Maybe I need to fight it and blow a scream into it. I don't know.
Or some people use them as props under legs, whatever. So there's always, when you do these things, you have to have forms. Like you legally have to. Everybody needs to have copies of IDs and forms, and there's stuff you have to do with this, right? So we totally did that, and he knew that there was forms we had to do. But we did that when we first got there before it starts, because you should get that ahead of time. I would totally do that different now.
You get it at the end?
No, I wouldn't get it at the end, but I'd been more apt to have gotten it Friday night or, or something like earlier, because it's shit you have to do. But it's like any job, it's like, at Disney World, they take and clean up, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't have people doing it so obvious. They make it's kind of like more of a natural flow, and that just was real sterile. And so, in hindsight, I feel bad for some of those things. The energy was definitely there Friday night between Amanda and him, and it was. Yep. Hands down pants with all kinds of crazy shit going on. It's girl, but that's the biggest thing. I mean, it's a live and learn thing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you do different at all?
I'm just a go with the flow type person.
Yeah, but you're also a people person. So you also always take into consideration. You're very good about taking in like a comfort level for people.
Yeah.
I mean that's the because here's the thing. Obviously, for the most part, Saturday I was pretty quiet
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just there running the camera. That's all I'm doing. That's my job.
Mm-hmm.
So, in terms of you guys' interaction with each other first, or to soften it, I guess more than anything else. Is there anything you would do different?
What, on Saturday?
On Saturday, yeah. I mean, because obviously at this point in time, we were both totally comfortable. It's like if I could easily disappear for 20 minutes, and there's not that there was any worry. We were both everybody was comfortable with safety and all that shit.
Right.
I mean, should that have been something that you would do different? Do you think it would help make everybody the mood more relaxed if you didn't have, initially like me hanging out in there while things are going?
No, because when it comes to that, it's not like you know what you're walking into.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what he was walking into. He knew that this is what we were going to do. We were going to walk in, we were going to fuck, and it was going to be recorded.
Right.
He knew that. So I don't think anything, you have to be ready for that.
Right. But they're not.
Whether you have, but you agreed to do something. I don't know. You agreed to do something. What did you think it was going to do? Record itself?
Well, no.
I mean, seriously, no. You have to have an entourage, so to speak, to help record.
The hard thing is though. I mean, you're right. You're 100% right, and I get it. It's just, I've seen a girl that I want. I want to fuck her. I want to fuck her, and but it's so overwhelming when the opportunity comes up. You're just like, I don't have a penis. I mean, that's that. So even though they agreed to do this, these are just.
But that's a risk that could happen.
Right.
And she can try to help you out. That doesn't mean it's gonna work.
It would be, and I don't know if this opportunity will ever present itself. It would be very interesting if the opportunity ever presents itself that you do another one of these fan fuck things and they're married and they bring their spouse to just watch.
Oh, that'd be hot.
Well, by the same token, it would also be a calming influence. Because let's face it, when we're in a swinger situation and I get inside my head and get all fucking twisted,
mm-hmm.
right? Which has happened on numerous occasions.
Mm-hmm.
How do we solve it? We solve it. That's you come back to me. You get me calmed down. You get me focused. And we've seen other couples do that same thing, right? And so it would be interesting if that would be like
I need a fluffer.
Right. Well, I mean, I think there's I think there's a whole market, okay, one for a lot of the content creators are like, if you're a single guy, you want to fuck, they fuck just their single friends or their single fans. To have that where that there would be that other person would have a support system, maybe not a spouse, even just a friend or some that have a support system there also. I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
I'd actually create a list of do's and don'ts.
Yeah, they send out ahead of time.
Don'ts. You're not gonna. These are things that are off limits.
Yeah, that's probably a really, really, really good idea actually.
Because some things are just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because it would kill the mood pretty fucking quick. Even though you're not afraid to say, like in a swinger situation, no.
Well, but when you're being recorded, you don't really say no. You just kind of go with the flow and go. Okay.
Well, no, you still no. You no, that's not how this works at all. That's the mistake people make. No, your limits are still your limits, and it's the thing is, if all of a sudden you want to just ram it up your ass, you didn't try it. If a person just went to ram it up your ass, and that's why your heart knows, and we say no, there's editing for that shit. but it's a mood killer. So if you have it ahead of time, so that
Yeah.
everybody knows. People function better with the more information they have. It's less chaotic.
Yeah.
So here's my question then for you. Doing this now and knowing what's coming up in July, and obviously there's some others set before July, whatever. If someone was to come to you and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing OnlyFans, if we want to do this, what would you tell them? Would you be encouraging of it? Would you be hesitant of it? What would you tell somebody that was, thinking about doing this? Or they like, well, does it feel weird? What would you tell somebody that was pondering it?
If you want to do it, do it. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Even the upkeep of it alone is not easy. And you don't necessarily, you have to. There's reasons why girls send out all these fucking Snapchats to people they don't know.
Right. Yeah.
They don't like what they get. I don't know if they even see what they get in return from me, but.
Right. And I think it's important too. This is another thing.
So it doesn't just magically appear. You don't magically have followers and stuff. You have to really push for it.
Because you put on your OnlyFans, you're putting a picture every day.
Try to.
Yeah, because you do it like for work and all kinds of stuff.
Usually.
Yeah, sometimes you see something.
I'm like, did I do one today?
Yeah, now you're right now. People are fans going, well, we haven't got the shit done today, bitch.
Damn it.
This is another thing, though, that I think you would agree, just like swinging, that this isn't something that if you're a hubby listening to this right now and you go, oh, you should do this. I need to get my wife doing this. This isn't a decision you can make for her. She has to be all in. I mean, just from the workload aspect of it, regardless, let alone any of the other sex part or anything. So obviously, to have an OnlyFans, you don't have to fuck to have an OnlyFans account or anything.
No, but then there's times I sit there and I go, gosh, I feel like I do the same picture or the same thing over and over, and that has to be boring.
Apparently not.
But I also don't get into all the pay-per-views and
yet.
Apparently yet.
Well, how many movies have you put on? I mean, seriously, this is like this is again, it's a learning curve.
I have some by myself.
Right, but yeah, but this is a learning curve of different types of shit. This is a whole new adventure. I mean, we're learning as we go, big time, and it's a whole new adventure, and it's cool, but it can be overwhelming as hell because there are 1,000,001 different fucking sites and different places that you can put stuff on and do things with. So it's something you have to watch all the way through. Why don't you keep talking about this for just a quick second there?
We have a dog that wants to invade. A very large one, in fact.
Oh.
With 3 legs, he's not overly crazy.
That was his head on the door.
That was his head on the door.
When he spun around, he just knocked himself out.
Well, July will definitely be interesting. I don't know. I'll be pretty damn intimidated, I think. Like keeping my hair. Because there's all these people that have a shit ton of experience. Like the one guy.
Right.
I'll probably end up having him like off camera first to kind of.
That's his plan. I can tell you that. I don't know first, but that's his plan with that. He's hoping. The nice thing is it's going to be all of those folks, as we've been talking with them. There is, again, with all these folks that do this, it's like swingers as a community. They're a community, and they're very.
I'll be the geriatric section.
You guys
should be the MILF. I'm like, I'm on like the way far into MILF.
No, you won't
I'm
be.
like towards GILF now.
No,
without one.
Probably not as much as you think. Anywho, they're very much about being very supportive, of people because they've all been there. They've all been new and they've all went through that whole process. So that's one of the things that's very cool about it is that that's why part of the reason why I did this show is that everybody wants to do it, but when you don't have anybody to help guide you how to, you just kind of go blindly into it, and it's like, well, if I build it, they will come. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. And how much do I have to show, or how much does it work, or not work, or there's just a lot of shit that goes with it. Do I have to show anything below my waist? Do I have to? Do I have to fuck? Do I have to?
Well, do an OnlyFans, you can show whatever the fuck you want to show.
Well, but I think there's people that are doing this hoping that like you're just gonna make the money's just gonna come rolling in. There's a lot of money to be made, but it's not. This is just like the websites when they first came out. Just because you put up a website didn't mean you were gonna be instantly rich. It's
No, you have to market it.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and I don't think people totally understand that part of it. And
shit, we don't completely understand that part.
No, there's a lot of shit we don't understand. This is like starting a squirrel. There's a whole. We understand less than what we know that we know less than what we do know. It's a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, we're learning. And we're going to keep learning. The thing is we want to keep sharing with people because this is like a lot of people are doing it. It's kind of like when we started trying to combine some of the different kink and voyeurism and some of those things in our swinger stuff. A lot of people are doing it. So when we figure shit out, we'll tell you about all of our fuck ups along the way because there's going to be a shit ton of those.
Yeah, there'll be a few.
That's all. There's going to be a lot. And get a good place to get tested. That's the other thing. If you're going to do these, get tested because that's a huge deal with it. So check out the Kasbh official clinic. We have one of those, So make sure you check one of those out. All right, kids. That being said, time to go. All right, again, thanks so much for tuning in. Shout out to our sponsors once again, ASMLifestyleMagazine.com. Check it out. 3 million readers can't be wrong. And don't forget ASMLifestyleAwards.com. You can vote for us there, as well as Nightcaps, the Drink Spike Prevention Scrunchie, as well as, not to forget, last but not least, NoMoreWetSpots.com. Don't forget to use full swap in the promo code and get 10% off of your No More Wet Spot blanket today. Check it out. You can follow us on Truth Krazy on Twitter. Also, you can find Miss Amanda on OnlyFans at Miss Amanda Kasbh. You can find me on OnlyFans, Kole Kasbh.
Did you post anything?
I haven't today, but I got stuff on there. There's dick pics floating around on there. Damn it, I'm busy with TikTok right now. Anyways, you can send us emails at.
Follow him on TikTok because he just discovered it. He didn't just discover it, but I'm like going, people think you're funny. You really need to post these things.
I'm having balls.
Here, take this video that someone took of you being an idiot in the bar and post it on TikTok.
And people
it's
like
funny,
it. It's awesome. Right? You can send us emails at krazy.kasbh@gmail.com. Don't forget to get your tickets to First Krazy Summer Nights. It's coming up January 9th through 11th. We're less than 50 days away. We still have some spots available. If you've got a tent, we've got a spot for you. You can get all those tickets at www.krazykasbh.com. So check it out today. Get your stuff. So that being said, kids, do it the only way I know how, the only way I want to, and the only way I ever motherfucking will. Kasbh style. Out.
Bye. Shut that one off. I've hit it twice.
Two looking movie all right.